Hey everybody, welcome to WWE, the podcast for the fans, by the fans. Actually, it's really WWE the people, the podcast for the fans, by the fans. I botched that in the beginning. Again, I feel like that's what today's going to be. I feel like it's going to be a total botch fest, but I'm not very excited. I don't know why, but I'm just not feeling it for Bash in Berlin. But I could be wrong. But I'm Ted Trzanski. Welcome to the show. Joining me,
Andy.
he has risen. Andy's pretty much missed every podcast except this one, so he is back. So we're gonna go over our Bash in Berlin predictions. So first match where we have the WWE Universal Championship with Cody versus Kevin Owens. This is the whole build up for this has been very, very dull.
Yeah,
So I definitely have Cody Rhodes winning.
yeah.
There's no way under this storyline that they're gonna have him drop the title. I do see that Kevin Owens will turn heel. So that's my bold prediction. Well, it's
I,
not really a bold prediction.
I can see that happening, but also I can also see, just a flat out lame match. And at the end of the match, the bloodline comes in and starts kicking Cody and KO while they're down. I mean, I don't see there's not enough build up, and even if you have KO turn heel, I I just don't know. I just don't know.
Well, I think you're still gonna have Roman. You're gonna have Roman battling the bloodline.
Yeah,
So even though Solo saying I want the winner of the match, I want the winner, that doesn't
yeah,
matter. I think Roman's gonna have something to say about that.
yeah.
So Roman will take care of the bloodline, but then I think it's going to be at least until the next PLE, which it'll be solo or not solo, Cody versus KO again, and KO will be a heel going forward until that feud is
Mhm.
resolved. So
You know what? Also, I can possibly see happening. I mean, not to jump ahead on the next match, but so I can also see Randy Orton coming in um during the Kevin Owens Cody Rhodes match. I can see at the end of that result, say if KO were to turn heel, Orton comes in and he RKO's Kevin Owens, but then he RKO's Cody.
well,
But
I
again, I mean, we'd have to not to jump ahead on the
it
next match, but like,
well, that all depends on the timing of the card.
yeah,
So I mean, I think Cody's going to be the first match.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
So
again, I'm just saying like what the uh, like a potential possibility. And like I said, like to me, this this match was it's a time slot. It's a time slot killer.
but nah, but well, Randy's going to be tied up with Gunther. So that leads to our next match, which is the World Heavyweight Championship. By the way, did you give a prediction?
Yeah, Gunther retains.
No, 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 for Cody.
For Cody, it's yours the same as mine. Cody
Yeah,
retains.
yeah. So we're in agreement on that. The World Heavyweight Championship, Gunther versus Randy Orton. Gunther retains. Gunther's at home in Germany. They're not having him drop the title
Yeah,
at home.
but
And it's too short of a reign.
you know what? But you know what I think happens at the end of that?
You think Brock?
No, Cena. I think Cena could issue a challenge.
I think they're going to have Cena win the Rumble.
Well, yeah, you could have that, but you
He wants to break the
but
record.
but at the same time, this is Cena's final tour. He's been pretty much invisible. I mean, it doesn't really if you're gonna have Cena promote his final tour, you got to put him in action at least some.
We'll see. But I definitely think Gunther retains. As for Gunther's next challenger, rumor is Brock Lesnar's getting back in shape, and he's looking in pretty good shape. So it could be Brock Lesnar, but Cena also makes sense.
Mhm. I think it could be Cena. I mean, well, with Brock, is everything all sorted out with the whole Vince McMahon scandal and all that?
If I'm gonna say yes because Netflix is moving ahead with the documentary on Vince. So if Netflix is moving ahead with the documentary on Vince, then all is good. So we could see Brock back in action.
Mm.
All right, and now we've got the mixed tag match between Rhea Ripley, Damian Priest versus Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. So I I think it's going to be Liv and Dom win with interference of the Judgment Day. Um, I think there could be a possibility of some yeet action. Jey Uso will make an appearance at some point. I don't think it may not be today, but that's going to be added to the dispute. The other thing with Jay is I still think Survivor Series is going to be old bloodline versus new bloodline. But
I,
we
I
got a
think
little
so.
we got a little ways to go for Survivor Series.
I I think it's gonna I think it's gonna be Rhea and Priest. They win, but then they get attacked by the Judgment Day when they win, and then we get some yeet action. And then like until then, it's just gonna be a couple tag team actions with Priest and Jey Uso with versus Judgment Day, like for a couple Raws.
Cool. Um,
Maybe
yeah,
maybe another tag team, another person could even the odds. I don't know who you would put in for that, but
well, guys, let us know in the comments what you think because I think this could go in many different directions. So I'm very curious to see how they use Jay.
mhm,
So because all the rumors are all pointing that, that Rhea and Jay are going to be a thing.
mhm,
We'll see,
mhm.
but I'm all for it. Yeet.
Yeet.
Next we got the strap match between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. I think Punk wins this one.
I think so too.
I think Punk won the last one. I think you got to have it go back and forth because I
Well,
think just having
no, McIntyre won the last one.
yes, correct. You are correct.
McIntyre won
Yeah.
the last one.
McIntyre won the last one, so Punk is going to win this one. You got to have it go back and forth. The bigger question for me is going to be when does Seth appear again?
Well,
I know he's been written off.
well, well, considering that he got crushed by Bronson Reed, and you know, yeah, I mean, it could be possible he comes back,
Yeah,
but
they wrote him off television for a while. So I don't know if he is legitimately hurt, but it's going to be the question of when does Seth come in because he's now in the storyline.
mhm.
So I do think Punk wins, Punk gets his bracelet back, and then the feud continues. And I'm actually enjoying that feud.
Yeah.
So I think McIntyre's been a great heel. So yeah, Punk wins. On to the next, and I think the last one, which I don't know if this is going to be the main event, but this was on WWE's website, this order that we're going in. So if this is the main event, I would think Gunther would be the main event.
Mhm.
But anyway, the Unholy Union versus Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. I think this is going to be your only title change. So I think Bianca and Jade win.
I I kind of don't think so. I'm still waiting on that Jade Cargill heel turn. I'm still waiting on that. But I mean, it could happen. She could turn heel temporarily until Royal Rumble, because I think what's going to happen is this: there'll be a short feud between Cargill and Bianca, and then when the Rumble comes, Jade will win and she'll challenge Nia Jax.
It's a good prediction. Uh, I don't think that Jade's going to turn heel just yet, but it's definitely coming.
Mhm.
Don't get me wrong, but um, I think it's too soon for the heel turn, and I would imagine I would give it maybe one or two more PLEs before it happens.
Maybe, yeah.
So
Well, yeah, that makes sense because well, no, I think the heel turn could come soon because you got to cut because I mean, according like if you go with my prediction on this, but if Cargo goes heel,
right,
so you got time, and then she can turn face again come Rumble, and then when she wins Rumble, she'll challenge Nia.
okay,
And like I said, you got lots of time. I mean, it's only well August, September right now, and then Rumble's not till is it end of January or February?
January.
Yeah, January. You got lots of time.
So yeah, I mean, again, I'm not feeling excited for this only because we're still fresh off of SummerSlam. So,
True.
I mean, like SummerSlam was like what, 2, 3 weeks ago?
It's about like 3 weeks, I think.
Right. So SummerSlam, or it might have been even 4 weeks ago. But either way, like that's the problem with these PLEs. Like they're treating these like crossover events where we were talking about this in the last episode that these should be like it should be like a honestly it should be like a SmackDown house show
Mm-hmm.
or a
What
Raw
they
house
yeah
show.
what they used to
You
do.
know, like what they used to do, like when Raw was in the UK
Yeah.
or SmackDown was in the UK.
Like
Like
when Raw had Backlash and SmackDown had Judgment Day,
right,
and then you
right,
had
right.
yeah
So if you're gonna stick with Bash in Berlin, do something like SmackDown presents Bash in Berlin, or Raw presents Bash in Berlin, or just make it an episode of Raw or SmackDown.
yeah
Yeet.
yeah. I'm kind of surprised in some of these big you have like all these mixed PLEs. I'm kind of surprised that they don't really add like any like NXT matches in there. I mean,
Well,
now
it's because
granted you want to keep NXT separate.
NXT not only is it separate, but it's the smaller promotion. You're not gonna fill those types of arenas with with NXT
Well,
matches.
well, yeah, but you could put them as undercard matches.
You can, you can, but again, you're looking at this event's probably going to be like a 2.5, maybe 3 hour event.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to be like your Summer Slams where it's like from 8 o'clock till midnight.
True.
So
True.
and also you've got and what frustrates me about all this is just that there's so many potential matches they could have booked for this. Like, how do you not like with the success of Uncle Howdy? How do you not book Uncle Howdy for this?
Yeah, Uncle Howdy versus Chad Cable.
Yeah,
Because you can only extend that for so long.
right. Yeah, but those are the matches you want to see.
Yeah.
It's just again, look, and if you are excited for the card, that's all to you, and nothing gets it. I just don't feel it, but feel differently. Hey, let us know in the comments. So very eager to see what everyone else thinks of this because especially when it's just us two giving feedback, it's we're twins, so it's like we pretty much think the same way. This is why it's going to be a quick episode today
Well,
because
not always. Not always.
do you believe in Joe Hendry?
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Exactly my point.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
So, well, that's our predictions today, everyone. Thank you all for joining, and be sure to like our video and subscribe. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll catch you guys on the post show. So we'll have Danny and Joe on the post show. We'll probably do it sometime next week, which we'll cover Raw, we'll cover SmackDown, and Bash in Berlin, and we'll go from there. So thanks for joining, everyone. We'll see you next time.